Alright, hey guys, I've decided to post a video update for the Floating Islands project I've been working on for a while. Unlike most of my videos, I plan on doing this like freeform, like no script. I usually make a script, but I kinda just don't want to do that and be lazy and just post a video. But as you can see, there are a lot of changes to bodies of water, like that was a frozen river. Let me open F3. So yeah, we got frozen rivers and we have aquifers where the rivers generate, and as you can see here, got some massive floating oceans. These are pretty cool. I'm pretty proud of this. I really like how I did it. It really is like kind of how I envisioned oceans and floating islands whenever I first started messing with the water generation with the aquifers. Here we've got an ancient city. But yeah, so I'm glad I was able to do that. And also, I guess I'll point this out since I am showing a demonstration video. That little platform is basically so mobs, not mobs, sorry, um, ocean ruins don't like spawn at the bottom of the world because for some reason they like to just not spawn on aquifers, which is what this ocean is made out of. And also you can see that monument there. You can't, like, aquifers are pretty difficult to control, so I couldn't really get them to generate at like a set Y level, and you cannot change the bounding box where like the water generates on the monument. So sometimes it'll look silly. Sometimes it will match up with the water though. Like I think this area here might be at sea level. Yeah, this area is at sea level. So if a monument generated here, it wouldn't look as weird. But yeah, these are just some of the floating oceans. There's a shipwreck, pretty cool. Let's go look at some more of the other terrain though. Um, as opposed to the, I believe, version 1.5 floating islands that I made originally, the island generation is like much more dense, like there's a lot more islands generating than normal. I think I will end up working on a completely different project in the future where I just completely revamp like the island shape that generates, because I have done some experimentation with that. Um, but that's for a future project. This is basically finishing the like floating islands project I started working on like over a year ago. I kind of picked it up recently and just decided to do some changes, and I think it's really in a position where I'm like proud of it at this point. Like I feel like I can mark this off my list and I don't really have to look at it again. Ooh, got a nice ocean view over here too. And jungle. Here we can see an ocean ruin. The main reason I thought it was really important to make sure that the ocean ruins generate is because, of course, that's where you get the sniffer from, and if you couldn't get the sniffer, I mean, I'm sure that would upset a lot of people, so I kind of had to make sure that, you know, it's a new update, you should be able to get the new mob. It was just generating all underneath there. Some other changes that I've added to this is I've changed where caves generate. In the old version, you could sometimes get caves on the surface. I pretty much changed the like biome parameters that determine where caves generate to make it so that they only generate in the lower areas, which I think is a really cool effect. Like, I really like it. However, if you don't like some of these changes, I have added like a couple of like pre-made files that you can swap out that enables and disables some certain features. Like you can make these lush caves like generate on the surface again in some areas if you wanted to. You can not have these river aquifers if you think they're ugly or something. Um, I also increased the ores. I think I did that in the original version too. But if you don't want that effect, you can just delete those files and then you don't have double ores. Um, but yeah, the main things you can change with the files are included are the floating island density, whether or not you want the big oceans or not, whether or not you want the rivers or different height generation and styles for the rivers, and being able to double the ores. There are a couple of other things that I haven't gone over, but I'll just go over those in the tutorial video. One other thing that I'm like happy with is like these mushroom islands, just because like the old mushroom islands didn't tend to look that well compared to like, well, how they generated with the water, but these, like, it's actually just so satisfying to see them just generate in all their glory in the middle of the ocean. Now, of course, sometimes mushroom islands will be small, and I can't really help that. That's just how Minecraft is. But now, at least when they do generate big, they will generate, um, like, very, very big and very cool. Like, they'll actually have their own cool terrain. Oh, hey, there's another one. I just really like this transition, it's really neat. Ah, deep dark biome. Yeah, here's some shaders footage at the end for you. Be sure to check out the Modrinth link below and for updates on the full tutorial for installing and making your own changes. I'll also be uploading videos soon on other projects that I've been working on, so stay tuned in for that.